There is not a particle of life which does not bear poetry within it. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. It's not whether you got knocked down, it's whether you get back up. Too late. I found you can't wait to become perfect. You got to go out and fall down and get up with everybody else. Look beyond the words spoken. Actions speak louder than words and reveal the true motives behind any pretext. Make a spurious division of one process into two, forget that you have done it, and then puzzle for centuries as to how the two get together. Between natural ability and education, choose natural ability, as it will keep you happy and will fetch you the glory sooner. We dance round in a ring and suppose, but the secret sits in the middle and knows. When you are measuring life, you are not living it. It is amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. Because people don't have wings, we look for ways to fly. It is this belief in a power larger than myself and other than myself which allows me to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable. The bird of paradise alights only upon the hand that does not grasp. The only thing that makes life possible is permanent, intolerable uncertainty, not knowing what comes next. The truth is, it's really only okay to be yourself if that self is within an accepted range of normal. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day. Every problem is an opportunity for a solution. More at qpe.co.in. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. If a man confessed anything on his deathbed, it was the truth, for no man could stare death in the face and lie. You don't believe things because they make your life better, you believe them because they're true. I had learned that when you want something really good for you, you must work hard for it, or you must pay for it. We never know which lies we influence, or when, or why. All should be laid open to you without reserve, for there is not a truth existing which I fear, or would wish unknown to the whole world. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Those who wish to market their good deeds must do well to place their bad deeds on the shelf too. Man is an animal who has to live in a lie in order to leave it all. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. A rainbow is not afraid of showing its true colors because it knows it is beautiful inside out. Whoever said that the past isn't dead had it backward. It's the future that's already dead, already played out. A trusting heart will follow, only those who truly follow their heart. Everything you do is triggered by an emotion of either desire or fear. You're thinking about something, and it makes you forget to talk. He who has truth at his heart need never fear the one of persuasion on his tongue. Don't carry your mistakes around with you. Place them on the floor and use them as stepping stones to where you want to go. There is no truth except the truth that exists within you. Everything else is what someone is telling you. Defeat may serve as well as victory to shake the soul and let the glory out. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. If you're affected by peer pressure, you're literally not being yourself. You always know the truth, because when you cut yourself or someone else with it, there's always a bloody show. We all know we're one day closer to the end when we wake up in the morning. We just kid ourselves that it's not happening. Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. An item is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. We choose our joys and sorrows long before we experience them. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Nothing factual that I write or say will be as truthful as my fiction. There's nothing wrong with not understanding yourself. Nothing isn't better or worse than anything. Nothing is just nothing. Arya Stark. Using your talent, hobby, or profession in a way that makes you contribute with something good to this world is truly the way to go. I just hope I remember to tell my kids that they are as happy as I look at my old photographs. And I hope that they believe me. In the face of change, do not be afraid to spread your wings and let the winds guide you to new horizons. The fundamental things in a man are not the things he explains, but rather the things he forgets to explain. You are a cosmic flower. OM chanting is the process of opening the psychic petals of that flower. Sometimes small things can become very large, indeed. Earning is not possible without learning, and learning is not possible without burning. Life was not longer something to endure, but to live. No amount of regretting can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. The soul should always stand ajar, ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. When I tell the truth, it is not for the sake of convincing those who do not know it, but for the sake of defending those that do. And what will survive mayhem and harmony with my annihilation? If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. We need to walk to know sacred places, those around us and those within. We need to walk to remember the songs. People who know little are usually great talkers, while men who know much say little. First they ignore you, then they ridicule you, and then they attack you and want to burn you, and then they build monuments to you. People can change anything they want to, and that means everything in the world. Dream your dream, and realize that you are more than just the dreamer. You are the point of origin for its reality. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. The aim of life is to live, and to live means to be aware, joyously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware. A loving soul was always more beautiful over the long haul, but actual prettiness was fleeting. It is better to be divided by truth than united in error. The good men of every age are those who go to the roots of the old thoughts and bear fruit with them. Wisdom comes to us when it can no longer do any good. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. I had a microscopic eye for the blemish, for the grain of ugliness which to me constituted the sole beauty of the object. Perspective is born in the rearview mirror of life. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Become braver, stronger, wiser, kinder, and you will become better. Though we tremble before uncertain future, may we meet illness, death, and adversity with strength. May we dance in the face of our fears. If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light. When you connect to the silence within you, that is when you can make sense of the disturbance going on around you. Treat everyone with politeness and kindness, not because they are nice, but because you are. If you carry joy in your heart, the burdens of life will become lighter, and your journey will become a dance of joy and contentment. I like to set my dreams high. That way, even if I only make it halfway there, it's still pretty darn good. Hearing voices no one else can hear isn't a good sign, even in the wizarding world. There's a very positive relationship between people's ability to accomplish any task and the time they're willing to spend on it. Every challenge you face today makes you stronger tomorrow. The challenge of life is intended to make you better, not bitter. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. The road to success is paved with determination, not with the footsteps of quitters. Humans have come into being for the sake of each other, so either teach them or learn to bear them. You think intelligence and grit can succeed by themselves, but I'm telling you that's a pretty illusion. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts. I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. A goal without a plan, without strategy and execution, is nothing other than a wish. A goal without a backup plan is but a wager. If you derive joy in destroying others, you won't go far in life. Different languages, the same thoughts, servant to thoughts and their masters. That's the problem with memories. You can visit them, but you can't live in them. I do not know everything. Still many things I understand. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself.